I want to play a clip in just a moment. Colin Powell, after an interview last year in October, as he essayed to endorse this quasi-Muslim freak, this long-legged Mac Daddy, this lowlife called Barack Hussein Obama, spoke and said if he's a Muslim, it doesn't matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter, Colin Powell? What do you mean it doesn't matter? That's what he said. He also went on to state investigating Obama's alleged ties with Bill Ayers, Tony Resco, Jeremiah Wright. His associations are not important. And here's the man, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. He was the leader of all of our military forces. Said it doesn't matter who your association's with. Someone asked me the other day, said, well, why you rail against Obama so much, they said to me. Then they said to me, well, if he asked you for a meeting, would you meet with him? I said, no. They said, well, why won't you meet with him? I said, because when I was paroled from prison, they told me that I would be in violation of my parole if I associated with known criminals, and Obama is a known criminal. Well, now, I'm no longer on parole or probation, but I still believe it's a good idea that you shouldn't associate with known criminals. Yet this lowlife, Colin Powell, said it didn't matter that Obama's close associates with Jeremiah Wright, and William Ayers, Bernardine Dohrn, Tony Resco. I mean, the whole list. Colin Powell said it doesn't matter that his lifetime associates was with known criminals. Even the New York State federal parole system won't let you associate with criminals. But Colin Powell said it was all right and that it doesn't matter if he's a Muslim. You see how much black folk hate America? Hate white folk? I got news for you. I'm going to play this clip, but I got news for you. The Jews going to win. All right, let's play the clip on Colin Powell's affirmation of this Muslim president. Play it, roll the clip.
But I do have to
Did McCain's negativity play in your decision, in the negative tone of the campaign?
It troubled me. You know, we have two wars. We have economic problems. We have health problems. We have education problems. We have infrastructure problems. We have problems around the world with our allies. And so those are the problems the American people wanted to hear about, not about Mr. Ayers, not about who's a Muslim and who's not a Muslim. Those kinds of images going out on Al Jazeera are killing us around the world.
You know, get yourself a copy of this tape. My friends, get yourself a copy of this tape, because the day will come when Obama will be on trial, and so will Colin Powell. When we see what happened here in Fort Hood with this Muslim, this Arab extremist terrorist murdering these soldiers. What do you mean it doesn't matter that he's a Muslim? What do you mean? What do you mean it doesn't matter whether he's a Muslim or not? Go ahead, continue rolling the tape.
And we have got to say to the world, doesn't make any difference who you are or what you are. If you're an American, you're an American. And this business of, for example, a congressman from Minnesota who's going around saying, let's examine all congressmen to see who is pro-America or not pro-America. We have got to stop this kind of nonsense, pull ourselves together.
Stop again. This is the most ridiculous, irresponsible statement I have ever heard. I mean, I consider this statement by Colin Powell the most irresponsible one throughout the entire campaign last year. Notwithstanding, Jeremiah Wright's statements were there, William Ayers trampling on the flag, Louis Farrakhan declaring that Obama is the Messiah, white women in heat, jungle fever, jumping up and down and screaming at when he came on the stage. All of that, all of those, and a whole list of others statements during the campaign. This one statement by Colin Powell was the most irresponsible ever. I mean, it was absolutely just off the charts. I mean, the venom, the hatred that Colin Powell is expressing, saying being a Muslim doesn't mean anything. Listen, let me tell you something. You go in the Baptist church, and if you haven't been baptized by a Baptist preacher, they won't even serve you the Holy Eucharist or communion. I mean, even the Baptist preachers won't let you have. It matters what your character is, Colin Powell. It matters. You go in the tongue-talking, apostolic church, if you haven't been baptized in the name of Jesus, even if you've been baptized by a Baptist pastor, your membership is no good there. What do you mean, Colin Powell? I mean, there's a structure for everything. And George Washington and John Jay and others, founders of the U.S. Constitution, put it there simply because we need to know what your allegiances are. We can't have people, we might as well have Mahmoud Ahmadinejad be the president of the United States. If it doesn't matter whether he's a Muslim or where he was born or who he is, long as he's in America now, it doesn't matter. What? Listen. Come on, let's have Mahmoud Ahmadinejad as president next. Why not? According to Colin Powell, doesn't matter. The lunacy of that, and the very fact that John McCain didn't challenge it, and nobody else of note challenged it, I guess they were waiting on me. Well, here I am, and I'm not going away. By the way, this matter where we find ourselves now in the midst of our nation being taken over by those who hate this great democracy is fast coming to an end. Allah. That's what God said. That's what God said.